Hello and welcome. I'm Brandy from brandystamps.com. This is going to be a competition video, part of the Great American Stampin Show. So today I'm going to show you my best project using Lemon Lolly cardstock. This is my very favorite color from the entire Stampin' Up! Collection. My competitors and I have all been assigned to use this color today to make our very best project. And your job is to watch my video, and you're already here, good job. The other 3 videos are linked in my description, and you just pick a favorite. Which one do you like best? Click the like on YouTube for it, and be sure to share with your friends and subscribe so you can be here next time. I cannot wait to show you what I've come up with. The assignment today was to use Lemon Lolly cardstock to create my best project. And so I pulled that out, of course, to start with. And then I pulled out a bundle that I have received, but I had not yet busted this open and used it. I love doing birthday cards. I mean, you can literally be sending birthday cards all year long if you remember all the people you love in your life. And this one is especially fun because you get these like number notations here. So the die set has all the numbers so you can cut. You can do like first, second, third, fourth birthday. I was looking ahead to my April birthdays, and 2 of my favorite people, my Aunt Paula and my sister-in-law Leslie, both have birthdays in April. So I was thinking about them, but I decided not to note their ages. I don't know if they thought that would be, you know, weird since they're not 8. So I didn't do that. Also, I didn't know exactly how old they are, but like, you know, it's not 17. And so these are really fun for milestone birthdays like 70th, 60th, 75th, some of those ones. Maybe for jokey things, and then really fun for kids too. And the thing that really attracted me to this bundle initially was the banners. I love an adorable banner. So this is where I went to right off. I went, oh, this will be so cute to stamp this little banner. And so let's grab that banner stamp. Here it is. And once I started to look at the card versus this banner size, it's quite small, and I want to do like a big banner. So what I'm going to do is just grab the envelope and let's throw a banner down in the bottom corner of that. So I'm just going to grab this is actually Daffodil Delight. I meant to use Lemon Lolly on my envelope, but I've pulled the wrong ink pad out. So we'll just pretend. Okay, so we'll do a nice bright yellow banner on the envelope, and then we'll come back later and add to that and make it a little cuter. But for my card, I wanted to do a banner that was bigger that went across. So let's go back to our die set. Look at this long little swoop. I have cut that with black cardstock. So here's my little kind of banner base. And then it also has this adorable set of flags, 2 different sizes of flags. And so I decided to pull out the Subtles Designer Series paper pack. I did take a look at the Lemon Lolly. Let me show you guys. Lemon Lolly is such a beautiful, bright, sunshiny color, and it makes a gorgeous card base. And I should have probably said this right off, but I love to pair it with black, which is why I initially pulled out the black. But when I pulled out these kind of patterned papers, the pattern ends up so subtle because the Lemon Lolly color is already so subtle that you really couldn't see the pattern very well. So I decided to pick a contrast color. So I went with the Calypso Coral. And let's look at these 4 designs. We've got stripes, we've got kind of this little flower and leaf, we've got this fun little graphic design, and then some polka dots. And I just stacked all 4 of these together. And then I grabbed both of these dies, the bigger and the smaller one, and just put them on here. And I was able to roll that through my Big Boss machine. I rolled it like 3 times back and forth, and that cut through all the layers. So here is what I got. So I've got all these cute little banner pieces in a fun contrasting color. So this was starting to come together. I'm imagining a banner. I'm imagining my flags hanging. I want it to say happy birthday across the bottom. So let's go ahead and jump in with that. Here's my contrast, my black ink. I love to do black with the Lemon Lolly, or really any super subtle color, because it won't try to take away from the tone of your color. It'll just sort of enhance it. So let's go down into the bottom right corner-ish, maybe kind of here. And then the stamp set has a lot of different ways you can pair your greeting. I'm just going to do a traditional happy birthday. The happy is in a little bit different font. Looks adorable with it. Okay. Now you guys probably noticed this is just a little layer of Lemon Lolly cardstock. It's actually 3 3/4 by 5. And so I'm going to attach that just to a very basic card base. This was 8.5 by 5.5. I scored it halfway down, and we will go ahead and get a really nice fold here. And then this layer is just going to go right on top of it. And I didn't want to go away from Lemon Lolly. I could have used a different color maybe for the base, but since the assignment is Lemon Lolly, I really wanted to focus on that and kind of zero in on that color and let it be the central spotlight. And so I'm going to use mini glue dots to attach this down, and I'll just roll it up like into a little cannoli. These are some old ones I just found tucked away in a box, so they might be a little stiff, but don't worry, they still work. And so I'm just doing baby cannolis in all the corners, maybe a couple here. Okay, so now I'll just attach this down right in the center. And the reason I did these mini glue dots the way I did, I wanted it to have just a little dimension, not as much as a dimensional would have given it, but just enough that it won't melt right into the card base. The recipient will notice that, oh yeah, that's 2 different layers, and it just gives it a little bit of extra interest to have that. So now before I attach my banner down, I also wanted to give it a little extra bling. So I've pulled out this ribbon. This is actually from the Last Chance list right now. So if you don't have this yet, hop online, look for it. What is this actually called? It just says Pool Party. I like to call it, you know, the Puffball ribbon, because it's got these cute little puffies. And one of my favorite tricks is to take a ribbon and bisect it. Like I'll just cut it straight up the middle. So let me show you what I did with this one. I cut a piece, and then I have just cut the puff balls right off the edge. I kept about 1/4 to 1/8 of an inch of the blue ribbon there just to give them some continuity. If there's any like roughness to your cut, I mean, it's not going to be perfect because we're not perfect, right? I went in after and just came and got like the fibers out of here. So just use your thumbnail, catch any loose fibers that are there and pull them away. And once you've done that along there just a little bit, it softens up that edge so it looks perfect. And I'm going to join this up with my little banner so that it has just some extra decoration. So to attach A to B here, I've decided to use a little bit of linen thread. So I'm just pulling off several inches and cutting it off. I'm going to tie a very typical, just a bow around between the two so that they will be attached to each other. So let's line both of these up. I will probably be trimming the ends of this ribbon a little bit after, but for now, let's go about 2 puff balls in from the end of the black banner. And we'll just lay these 2 guys here together, kind of hold them in place while we tie a bow. Kind of play with that till we like how it looks. And then let's come to the other side. We'll just loop this right along here. So it should go maybe right about here, and repeat. Okay, so here I've got my little trimmed ribbon and my banner top with my bows at the 2 ends. I haven't like trimmed these up or anything. I'm just kind of sizing this up where I want it. And then to actually put this down to the card, I'm going to use more of my mini glue dots rolled up into little cannolis. So all I do is, kind of reveal my mini glue dot, get a hold of it with the edge of my finger, and just start to roll it. And I don't know, when I first started doing this, it just reminded me of a cannoli, so that's what I call them. And this is a very narrow little strip. So I'm gonna put one right by that bow, one here, and then a couple in the middle. Mini glue dots are one of my favorite adhesives to use because they are so neat and tidy and they hold really, really well. And so you're not going to have any problems with anything like slipping or falling off or anything like that. Now, my actual banner ends are going to glue on about a 1/2 inch down from this layer that I've made. So I turned it upside down so I could see what I was doing with my little grid sheet indicators. And let's put it right here. And once I press these down, there's like literally no worries. This little banner will stay right where it goes because those mini glue dots are so trusty. So let's see how that's looking. You can trim these ends a bit so they're not just going crazy on us. Okay, and now I'm just gonna pick a few of my little banners. I'll just kind of twirl them with my fingers a little bit so the bottom is flagging up. And let's just kind of see how we like this. I love this little flowered one, so I'm gonna try to use this one for sure. I didn't wanna just go big, little, big, little. I thought I will kind of mix it up a little bit. So let's do a small one next. Let's do another big one. Maybe one more small. Looks like about 5 fit on here really well. So we'll just kind of adjust where these are landing. And I'm just going to use mini glue dots again to attach them at the top. So I'll reveal a mini glue dot, grab a banner, pick up the mini glue dot, and then we'll just slide this right back into place and press it. Okay, so here's how it looks with all of my little banners attached into place. And I think we're ready now to do just some final little decorations. And so in my die set, let's go back to that, there was this cute little flower, and there are a few flower stamps as well, but I especially loved this. And you know how I love my black highlight. So I have cut a few of these little baby flowers from the die set. And I'm just going to use the tiniest little drops of liquid glue on the back of this. So the smallest dot that's willing to come out of this container. We'll just kind of decorate with a couple of these. The liquid glue is nice here because I can slide my embellishments up where I want them to be. One right up in here. So I kind of did one at each end. Go back to our envelope and we'll do one little guy there. And Stampin' Up! Is carrying so many beautiful gems now. I mean, there are any number that could have been cute on here, but I have picked these self-adhesive sparkle gems. They come in silver, gold, and black. And I originally was thinking about the black, but I decided to go with the silvery ones. I'm gonna just add one here. Do a couple up in my corners, and why not one on the envelope too. And I thought about adding more bling down around the birthday or anything like that, but I loved how this banner turned out so much that I just left it the way it is. And so here is my final project. I hope you love it as much as I do. As always, we've had a fabulous time here today. I love stamping with you guys. Thank you for being here and watching. Tell me what you thought of today's cards right here in the comments. And I hope that mine is your favorite out of the Lemon Lolly cards. I love this color, love working with it. I've loved yellow since I was just a little girl. It's just all sunshine and fun. So I hope you'll come back here soon and check out my next video. Make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you then. Thanks so much.